Hello and welcome to Retro Future Gaming. I'm just going to show you my Philips CDI collection. It's not a huge collection, but it's a collection that I do really enjoy. I do love the Philips CDI. I believe it was way ahead of its time when it came out. So yeah, without further ado, I'm just going to show you. Okay, it's just basically going to be a pick up and show. That's my Philips CDI. It's nice to connect up at the minute. It's in there quite nice. It's actually not in bad condition. It's got your typical, everything falls out when you move it, but you know, actually not in bad condition. Really nice little unit. It's a 220 model. That's my Philips CDI. It's got a lovely bit of weight to it as well. Your typical remote controller. It's not very practical at all. It's good for watching movies on, but I just love it. It just looks so cool. It just looks so 90s. I remember watching some of the commercials, and they're playing like the tennis game using this. Not possible, but you know. No, I do like it. It looks amazing. I'm so glad I got one of these controllers. My other controller I've got is one of these. It's basically just your typical controller. Left, right, up, down. 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dots. It's my other controller. This is the one that I tend to use the most of. It feels it's quite comfortable in the hand. It's a little bit Super Nintendo, and that's probably where they came from. I don't know, because Philips and Nintendo did have a bit of a thing where they was going to be releasing stuff together. That's where the Zelda games came from. Basically, Nintendo said you can use Mario and Zelda in any games, but Nintendo had nothing to do with the production of the games, obviously. Yeah, you got your little stick that comes off. It's actually quite cool. Yeah, this is my that's the one I tend to play the most if I'm playing the CDI. Okay. Now another thing I have for the Philips CDI is the Philips CDI gun, and you know, it feels quite nice actually. Nice quick action. I have used it, but I think I need to do a bit more work on it. Maybe have a bit more check on the internet, because it doesn't work very well. Like, you're pointing there and the cursor's way out where it should be. You can use it, but you're just using it as a direction rather than an actual point and shoot. I would like to get it going, because I bet Mad Dog would be ace using that. So there's my console. Oh, it's got the digital video cartridge in that as well. Console and 1, 2, 3, my 4 controllers. Basically, I'm just going to pull them off the shelf and show you. Okay, there's 2 types of case for the Philips CDI. You have this rather long one, and then your typical standard one. So I'll just start from the top and work down. I'm going to try and place them on here. We've got escape. We have pinball. Voyeur. I have played this. It's probably a teenage dream of mine to play this game. It's actually not a bad game. I completed it in about 45 minutes. There's a full gameplay to this game. I'll put a link to that down in the description as well. That's Voyeur. Power Hitters. Not actually played this yet, but yeah, I'll give it a whirl. It looks really good. I've seen a few clips of it on YouTube and it does actually look quite good. Not a lot into baseball and everything, but it might be worth, I think it's probably worth a go. That's Power Hitters. Jigsaw. Never played it. By the looks of it on the back, it's a little bit. Oh yeah, that's it. Just like a jigsaw kind of thing. Yeah. Hence the name Jigsaw, I'm guessing. And we have Connect 4. Hours of fun right there. Hours and hours of fun. Looks very simple on the back, but Connect 4 is very simple. I haven't played many of these. If I've played them, I'll let you know. International Tennis, played it, so it's not a bad game. It's no Super Tennis on the SNES, but it is a good game. Keitha. It's not a bad game actually. It's like a rolling shoot 'em up. You like control a ship. I remember it being quite good. So I've not actually played many CDI titles for a while. But as I say, it's not set up yet. I've not managed to get it set up just yet. Escape from Cyber City. Again, if I could get the light gun to work, this will be a really good game. Awesome graphics. Mystic Midway. A kind of weird shoot 'em up, fairground shoot 'em up. Character in this is Ace. He makes the game. Very sarcastic. Okay, just gonna grab a handful. A few more. Pac Panic. It's not actually Pac-Man, it's more of a Tetris style Pac-Man game. Don't know if you can see that there. World Cup Golf. I've had a quick go on that, but there's quite a lot of discs on that, so I think it's quite a big game. This is a video CD. We've got Flashdance. Queen Greatest Flicks. Another video CD, music video CD. Pink Floyd. Not a big Pink Floyd fan. I got most of these when I purchased my CDI. Bryan Adams, Waking Up the Neighbours. Speedway. It's racing game. Fun racing game, a little bit like Super Monaco on the Mega Drive, but not as good. We have The Apprentice. A lot of people say the best Philips CDI game. When you got to press up for jump. It's not my cup of tea. Mutant, Rampage, Bodyslam. One of my favourite Philips CDI games. Graphics are really good. Gameplay's good. Hope you can see some of these. Chaos Control. That's another scrolling shoot 'em up. This one is actually really good. Really good. Magdog McCree. Again, I'd love to get my gun working properly for this game. Just for take me back in the arcades from back in the day. Tetris. Nothing on about, but oh, it isn't bad. Nice soundtrack on that. Not quite as good as the Game Boy version, but yeah, it is a nice little soundtrack. We got Lemmings. It is what it is. It's a version of Lemmings. Mega Maze. You just got to go through a series of mazes, believe it or not. Monster House. Basically, it's just a like interactive book. There was a pop-up book from back in the day, back in the late 80s, early 90s. And it's just basically a version of that, and rather than pulling the bits of paper to make things pop up like you did in the book, you just press the buttons and click things on the screen, and it has a similar kind of effect. Kids will love it. Striker Pro. Sensible soccer, FIFA, clone-esque kind of game. International Tennis Open. Two-player. Read it right there, two-player. Steel Machine. Meh kind of game. Encyclopedia. Quite a lot of titles were like this on the Philips CDI. Tried to make it educational, which I suppose it was. Surf City is like a multitude of interactive games on there. So a little like spot the difference kind of games, noughts and crosses. Dragon's Lair, classic. I'm absolutely garbage at it, can't do it. I just love the look of it, man. I love the look of it. I could not play this game. I will not ever be able to play this game to save my life. But it's a classic. Sticky Bears game. I've not actually played it. I don't think I ever will. It's like some noughts and crosses type game on there. Golden Oldies 2. Some rip-offs of some classic arcade games. Arcade Classics. Mrs. Pac-Man, Gallagher, etc. Little Devil, another supposedly one of the best CDI games. Just can't get into it. I have tried and failed. Caesar's Palace sort of game, like a gambling mixture of games. If you're into gambling stuff, you'd probably find it entertaining. I don't. Burn Cycle got voted the best Philips CDI game, one of the CDI groups that I'm in. Again, if I can get the gun working, this would be really good. But I do love the green case. That is cool. That's standout cool for me. Palm Springs Tennis Open, tennis, golf. Absolute fool. Now this is a audio video Philips CD. I presume they release this with every Philips CDI. It's just all the like video products that they've got on offer from 1992, 1993. It's pretty funny to watch, but very cool stuff from back in the day. But pretty funny to watch now. Micro Machines. Do enjoy this Micro Machines. It's a little bit slower than the other Micro Machines I played, like on the SNES and the Mega Drive. It's actually a good copy. There's nothing wrong with this game whatsoever. Okay, that's it for my games. I know I've done some video CDs, but this is basically all that's left now. And we've got the Patriot Games VCD, Sliver, Four Weddings and a Funeral, Beverly Hills Cop, classic. Beverly Hills Cop 2. And Beverly Hills Cop 3. Okay, that's it for my Philips CDI collection. If you want to see any videos of these, just let me know. I'll try and rig one up. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you like. Give love for the Philips CDI, man. And I will see you all in the next video. Laters.